I'm going to talk quickly about a phrase that I learned growing up from somebody that was like a brother to me. Consistency is the mark of greatness. And it's always something that stuck with me. You know, and you can look at it a couple different ways. You have to be practiced at your craft. You know, let's just say you got to work or you're working and you want to be good at what you do. You want to advance. You know, you want to make more money. Well, you've got to be consistent. You've got to be consistent in being on time, improving, learning, being studious, being above average in performance. And, you know, if you have a hobby, you know, you got to practice the hobby. You've got to look at multiple sources to learn different techniques. You've got to get out there and try it. You know, you've got to improve. You've got to learn from your mistakes. That's one aspect of this phrase in terms of consistency. Consistency is a mark of greatness. You got to show up. You got to show up every day, even when it's tough, even when you haven't slept well, even when you're down on your luck. You've got to show up. You may not be great, as I'm not great at anything in life, but you got to show up. Okay, that's the most important thing, and you got to give your best effort, and you got to learn from your mistakes, and you got to study. You know, on the flip side, consistency is a mark of greatness. I look at it another way as well, in a way of supporting others. You know, I've got to consistently put my daughter's or my family's best interest before mine. I've got to consistently put people's at work or the team's best interest before my own. That consistently supporting others is it's very important, you know, and I think that's a mark of greatness. And it's just a concept that I try to think about. I try to live by. Certainly, I can't always do it, and I don't. But consistently being there for other people. You know, I think for me, when I know that I've been there for others in a way that helps them, it makes me happy. And when I know that I am improving and I am present and I am showing up and I'm learning, I'm consistent. So, just my 2 cents. I hope it helps.